In 1971, a brutal war shook the Indian subcontinent. But it wasn't just a war between India and Pakistan. It was a war to free a nation, to defend humanity, and to restore justice. This is the story of the 1971 war. And yes, we'll learn some powerful English words along the way. After the 1947 partition, Pakistan was created with two wings, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. But they were over 1600 kilometers apart and worlds apart in culture and language. East Pakistan spoke Bengali and had a distinct identity, but they were marginalized politically, economically, and socially. In 1970, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's Awami League won a majority in Pakistan's general elections. But West Pakistani leaders refused to transfer power. On March 25, 1971, Pakistan launched Operation Searchlight, a military campaign to crush Bengali demands. What followed was one of the worst genocides of the 20th century. The Pakistani army began mass killings in Dhaka and across East Pakistan. According to independent estimates, between 3 lakh to 3 million people were killed. More than 2 lakh Bengali women were raped according to Bangladesh government figures, and supported by international researchers. Entire villages were burned. Intellectuals were executed. Over 10 million refugees fled to India, mostly to West Bengal, Tripura, and Assam, putting immense pressure on India's economy and infrastructure. India could no longer remain silent. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi decided to act, not just for strategic reasons, but to stop the humanitarian crisis. India supported the Mukti Bahini, the Bengali guerrilla resistance. Then on December 3, 1971, Pakistan launched preemptive airstrikes on Indian air bases, triggering a full-scale war. India declared war on both eastern and western fronts. The Indian army advanced rapidly, especially in the east. In just 13 days, Indian forces, along with Mukti Bahini, surrounded Dhaka. Major General J.F.R. Jacob negotiated the unconditional surrender of Pakistani forces. Captain Arun, Khetarpal, only 21 years old, showed extraordinary bravery in the Battle of Basantar. Flying officer Nirmal Singh Sekhon fought heroically in Srinagar before being martyred. Both were awarded the Param Veer Chakra. On December 16, 1971, history was made. 93,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered to Indian forces in Dhaka. This remains the largest military surrender since World War II. A new nation was born, Bangladesh, rooted in language, culture, and freedom. The war was a liberation for Bangladesh, but the wounds were deep. Millions were homeless. Mass graves were discovered. The international community remained mostly silent during the genocide, but India stood up. In India, the victory was celebrated, but also remembered with humility. The war wasn't just about borders, it was about basic human dignity. The rape survivors of Bangladesh, known as Birangonas, brave women, are still fighting for recognition and respect. India treated Pakistani POWs humanely following the Geneva Convention. In 1973, under the Simla Agreement, they were returned after Pakistan recognized Bangladesh. The 1971 war reminds us of the cost of freedom and the price of silence. As we remember the martyrs, the survivors, and the millions who suffered, let us never forget that courage, truth, and justice must always prevail. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe to VocabTales, where language meets life's most powerful stories.